All right, so today we're going to make a simple trail effect that we could use for our projectiles. So you see the little tails that are attached to the colored balls that are streaming behind it. That's what we're going to work on. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have a fresh world right here. Let's go to our home tab and add a part. Here's my part. I have sphere selected. If you don't, there's a sphere. And I think that makes a good bullet-like thing. So I'm thinking paintball. Let's call this bullet. We'll make it a color, like a bright color, maybe yellow. That's kind of cool. And let's change the size. We want it closer to bullet size, but big enough that you can see it on a video. I'm going to do 1 by 1 by 1 on the X, Y, and Z. Cool. I'm going to use the tween service just to drive it. So the tweens could be used to move things. And I thought that'd be a good testing tool. So let's go ahead and anchor it. Get anchored. Boom. Select that. So it doesn't fall down in between the tweens. Cool. Now I need to add attachments to my bullet, right? The attachments are going to hold the trail in place. So let's hit the plus sign, hit an A for attachment. There is an attachment. I don't have my constraint details on, but that's fine. Let's hit the move. Let's select attachment. And you can see the attachment that's selected even without the constraint details. All right, so let's call this one like ATT0. You're going to see why in a second. All right, so ATT0, notice that the position, if we go to our attachment position, it is relative to the parent. There is a world position, which is relative to the world, of course, but this makes it kind of handy because the center of our part is 0, 0, 0. If we make it 0, 0.5 and 0, we're going to move it to the edge so that it's half in and half out. Let's go ahead and duplicate that attachment. With that selected, Control D to duplicate. Let's pull the other one down, right? Because we want the trail effect to be connected to this attachment, attachment, and then spew out near in the air behind the object that's moving. So we're going to spread those attachments out a little bit to the sides of our bullet. I made that one ATT1. Cool. Let's go ahead and make this position a negative 0.5 exactly. So we have symmetry. There we go. Now we go to our bullet, hit the plus, get a T for trail. And now we have a trail effect, but it's not attached yet. That's all right. We're going to do that. Click trail effect. And I'm going to make it the same color as my bullet. So I'll hit the color and let's see, there's yellow, cool beans. And camera face is pretty convenient because if these attachments are not facing just right, you still want to see the trail effect and have it look nice. So this face camera will fix that, right? That way you don't have to worry about the orientation of the attachments to the viewer. And then let's go to light emission. We might want to see this at night. So let's give it a 1 so it emits light. Transparency, I like 0.5 for that. We're not going to mess with textures because I want to keep this kind of simple. And here, look at this, attachment 0 and attachment 1. What do you think this is for? Well, we select this on the trail effect, select our attachment, boom, we've attached attachment 0 to ATT0. Attachment 1, select that, ATT1. Our trail effect is now attached to our bullet. Cool, but I'm going to change a few more things before I demonstrate. I have lifetime here. That's how long the trail effect is going to last. So 2 seconds is pretty long for something that's moving fast. Let's maybe make it 0.25 seconds, right? Now the max length is how long the trail could be at maximum, but 0 means it could be infinite and it's going to be controlled by the lifetime of the trail effect. So we can keep this 0 because this is a pretty short lifetime. Min length is how small it could possibly be. We'll keep it at 0.1. And this max width, this is important. We can go ahead and select it, hit these 3 dots. This number right here is going to be 1, and that is 100% of the distance between the attachments. If we want to make this taper down, right here, this is the end of the attachment. We can make that a 0 and it'll get smaller and smaller as the attachment gets longer. And then we just hit close. Cool beans. Now we're set. We have a trail effect. Let's go ahead and make our driver. So I'll hit my bullet, plus, script. Let's call this move it. Move it. And we'll go ahead and use the tween service. I need to get a reference to the part. So local part script.parent. And then we'll get our tween service, game, get service, tween service. Call that TS. And then we need tween info, right? That'll change our behavior of our tween. But right now for tween info, I'll just do tween info.new. I'm only going to use the first number there. I'm not going to do anything with easing. This is going to be how long it takes for the tween to move a part from one position to the next. I'm going to say 0.5 seconds. I'm going to make it move fast. All right. And what else? We need a start position. Oh man, I keep getting that local. Start position for the tween. I'll make that a vector. Well, you have to make it a vector 3. We need 3 numbers, an X, Y, and a Z. So vector3.new. We enter the world looking down the Z axis. So I'm going to move this along the X. I'll say 30 on the X, 5 studs high, and then minus 10 on the Z. So we can see it right when we enter the world. And then I'll do one for stop, vector3 new. We'll make that negative 30, 5 on the Y, and then negative 10 on the Z. Cool. So it's just going to be moving back and forth on the X axis. Yeah, let's see what else we need. We're good. Let's do a loop. While true, do. We'll do a little wait. So it'll pause in between start and stop. And then let's make a variable for the tween. Tween with an N. We'll say TS for tween service. Create. Oh, man, I'm messing up. Create. We're going to tween on the part. We're going to use the tween info for the time. And then this table is going to be all the things we want to change over time. We're going to do just position, right? And we're going to move it to the start position. Then once we have the tween assigned, or defined, I should say, we'll do a tween play. And then we're also going to say tween completed wait. So we're going to pause the script until the tween completes, until it moves the bullet from one position to the next. Let's make the next position. All I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, Control C, Control V. I'm going to change this to stop. All right, so we're just going to move it back and forth from the start and stop position. Cool, let's try it out. There it goes. So you got a little trail effect. I thought that's pretty cool. You could play around with the values, see what you can come up with, but you're up and running. I will see you in the next video.